Welcome to 9 2/3 Studios. Today we are creating the Sweet Pea Chain, inspired by designs from the Chainmail Joe Complete Chainmail Tutorial Collection and featuring products from the Chainmail Joe store. You'll find shopping details on the screen and in the comments below.
All right, today we're going to make this lovely chain here. This is called the Sweet Pea. All right, for this chain, I prefer to use 16 gauge jump rings that are 1/4 inch. All right, you're going to need about 70 of these jump rings. For my endings of my chains, I like to use a 16 gauge large jump ring that's about 3/4 of an inch. And then I like these lobster claw clasps, which are also about 3/4 of an inch. But you can use whatever you like for your endings. All right, to start things off, I'm going to start with 2 closed jump rings. And then I like to pre-prep a lot of open jump rings. Like I said, you're going to need about 70, even to 80, just depending on the length that you desire for your chain. All right, so I've got a bunch of them pre-prepped there. I like to use chain nose pliers. You can use 2 straight ones or hooked ones or both. It doesn't really matter. All right, so we're going to start by stacking 2 closed jump rings. And onto these 2 closed, I am going to add 2 more jump rings. So it's basically 2 sets of 2. All right. So I've got 2 on 2, and now I'm going to add a single jump ring. So if it makes things easier, you're going to think of it as single, double, double. And that's going to be kind of the theme for this pattern, single, double, double. Now, it may be helpful to have a paper clip when doing this pattern. You can do it with or without, but sometimes that works for me when we have to show where jump rings are going to go. All right, so we're going to make the first little part of the sweet pea. And your sweet pea is going to look like this for each individual link. All right, so how we do that is we're going to take this single and we're going to slide it in between the end 2 doubles. All right, slide it in between the end 2 doubles. And we're going to add a jump ring. I'm going to show you by fishing in between these center doubles, catching the single and coming out the back side, and then ultimately wrapping around this top. So if I fish through these middle, I'm going to catch the single, make sure again it comes out the other end. It's going to kind of look like this, okay? So again, I'm fishing in between the middle set of 2. I'm catching the single and I'm going to come out and I'm going to attach around the double. All right, so I'm going to replicate that now with the jump ring. Some people like to leave the paper clip in and then follow the path of the paper clip, whatever works for you. So I'm going to go through, flip it over to make sure I'm coming out the back in between the same jump rings. And now I'm going to give this a nice tight close. Okay, so this is my first little sweet pea that I just showed you a second ago. Okay, so now we're going back to that original pattern. So on either end, it doesn't matter, you're going to add a single, and then we're going to add double, double. And you want to make sure that you close that really well. Okay. So here's where my double double is. Okay, I'm going to give it a twin. Okay, first set of doubles. And second set of doubles. All right, so this is going to repeat what we just did. Single, double, double. So I'm going to push these together. So I'm taking the end two doubles, pushing them back so that I'm kind of pinching that single. I'm going to flip it to the side so I can see my first set of doubles, or my middle set. I'm going to fish through the middle, catching the single, come straight through the back. So it's going through on both sides. And again, this is the path where my next jump ring is going to be connected. So you can leave the paper clip in if you want. You can pull it out as long as you know your path to put your next jump ring. So I'm going to go through, carefully make sure I'm catching my lower jump ring, my single, and make sure I'm twisting through the back, coming out nice and even. Okay. Wiggle that closed, really nice. Okay, so now I've got two sweet peas. Now sometimes you'll notice that this will kind of slide over a bit. And you can kind of pull this over and straight so it lays nice, but that's not really doing anything wrong. All right, and now again, we're going to go single and then double double. Okay. Okay, so double. My last double. Okay. Oh, and I messed up right there. I missed one of my doubles, so I'll fix that. Okay. So when you make a mistake, don't panic. Just pause, analyze, and correct yourself. All right. So now, again, I'm going to take these two, slide them back. So they're kind of pinching that single. I'm going to take it sideways so I can see those middle two rings. And I'm going to fish right in between, straight through and around. Okay. There it goes. Again, just take your time. You'll get it. All right. So I've got 3 of these. So then you would continue single, double, double. When you're at the finish of your chain, you might decide to add an extra single jump ring to put on your hook. And again, I'm just going to fix this one really quick. You want to make sure that everything is shut nice and flush. Another simple idea you can do is you could take a couple of singles, add an extra jump ring on it, could add some earring hooks on there, make some nice little lovely earrings, whatever you'd like to make. I think this makes a lovely bracelet, it'd probably make a lovely necklace as well, but anything that you enjoy would be great. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and happy creating.